Tissier in field this time. Oh, well, it's handball. Well, that was impish, mischievous, looking for something magnificent, really, and it very nearly came off. And it's Osman. Oh, yes, it worked absolutely perfectly. Newell. That's a good turn. It needs a good cross now. And it was the goal scorer, Osman, who half cleared. McDonald. Sharp and Newell repositioning. This is Sheedy! Well, Kevin Sheedy scored spectacularly on this ground in a 1-1 draw last season, and but for Tim Flowers he would have repeated the feat. Sheedy's corner, and off the line, and they'll always be dangerous at set plays as long as Kevin Sheedy is in the side, and Martin Keown came in well to make contact there, and Dodd was doing his job by the post. And it's Keown again, and it's rounded off at the back post by Norman Whiteside. Sheedy. And again. Makes that sort of pass look effortless. It isn't so. Sharp, great knockdown, and Whiteside again! And that's an absolute beauty. A scorer in the last minute of the first half and now in the first minute of the second half. Kevin Moore coming in and Osman behind him, but Whiteside was there. Tissier delivers again. Oh, it's Osman. He's got another one. Two-two. Here's Wallace getting back to dispossess Sheedy. Cockerell's gone to the right. Everton were looking for an offside that they didn't need in the end. McCall picked off again by Case. Wallace, he might settle it here, and Southall says no. It was Osman who headed down, and Kevin Moore, it's off the line. An incredible goal line clearance by Snowden. I don't know how he managed to move so quickly. Case. Oh, that was weighted wonderfully to Tissier. Two to the right for Southampton. Horn goes to the left. It's a useful run. It opened up half a gap for Tissier, but he couldn't get through it. And who blocks it? McCall. And it's back with Tissier again. Oh, and Southall, is it must go in? No! With right out, inches from the line, the ball there as well. It came off Keown, it would have been an own goal. Right out wanted to apply his own touch and could only turn it onto the post.
John Barnes' 100th league goal, like so many of the previous 99, a classic. 4 days earlier, Liverpool had knocked 8 past Swansea, but the fluency is subject to a lot of comings and goings at the moment. Luton's new manager, Jim Ryan, had promised to attack at Anfield, and they did just that. Kingsley Black's trusty left, hammering home after 71 minutes. Luton actually had the temerity to go in front. Black in Barnes territory, crossing for debutant Kurt Nogan to slant the ball tantalisingly past Grobbelaar. That was 73 minutes. But for Barnes, they might have won it. But for Barnes is a sizable chapter in the story of Liverpool's season so far. Nichols' header for a point.
Aston Villa's impressive record now, 12 wins in 15 games. Charlton, their latest victims. Villa grateful, not for the first time this season, for defender Derek Mountfield's capacity for conjuring up a goal at set pieces. Graham Taylor described the pitch as a pudding. We did what we had to do, said the Aston Villa manager. Their victory was ensured when Tony Daly's cross shot was deflected into his own net by Charlton's Joe McLaughlin. Villa's confidence sky high.
Wimbledon pretty dismal at home, Arsenal pretty dismal away. It was pretty dismal all round. That was the incident that led to Nigel Winterburn being stretchered off. The injury, thankfully, not as bad as they feared at first. Eric Young clearly played the ball, the unavoidable follow-through, catching Winterburn. No fracture. The game had kicked off late, so it was dead on 5 o'clock when Wimbledon scored. Mickey Bennett with a debut goal following his £250,000 move from Charlton. With Steve Bruce already off the pitch, the first victim of the new hardline approach by referees, Mark Wright outjumped Gary Pallister to put Derby 1 up. Whether or not Pallister felt responsible, I don't know. But Britain's costliest player atoned quickly into the second half, outmanoeuvring the Wright-inspired Derby defence, the meanest in the First Division. 5 goals in 10 games, 4 points out of the last 27 available. United are in trouble, denied any solace at all by Nick Pickering's winner. Shortly after that, Wright was sent off, but it was too late for United to exploit Derby's loss.
Nottingham Forest too strong for Millwall at the City Ground. Millwall contributing to their own downfall. Steve Wood letting the ball run under his foot. Nigel Clough's punishment of the error was swift and decisive. Forest a goal up after 24 minutes. Their second goal was inspired by and scored by Brian Laws. The right back exchanging passes with Steve Hodge and then lifting his shot over Millwall's reserve goalkeeper Keith Brannigan. 2-0 on the hour. Millwall would have struggled to recover from that. What made sure of their defeat, though, one of the talking points from the weekend. Steve Hodge off on a run and delivering a cross which deceived Brannigan. The ball hits the post and the linesman adjudged that the whole of it had crossed the line. Brannigan was convinced it hadn't, and was Stuart Pearce in an offside position in there as well. Certainly a controversial goal to the credit of Millwall manager John Docherty. His players accepted without protest a decision they believed to be unjust. Millwall could glean some satisfaction from Teddy Sheringham's return after a 9-match absence through injury. Sheringham scored to make it 3-1, and Millwall will need him in their fight to stay in the First Division.
The last time Manchester City went away from home in the First Division, it was at White Hart Lane, virtually 4 years ago to the day. David Howells, a scorer in the cup last week, avoiding Andy Dibble's overambitious attempt to punch clear. City didn't get that elusive away victory, but it might not be too far off under Howard Kendall. They're becoming difficult to beat. Colin Hendry's 80th minute goal, salvaging a point, his second of the week as well.
The most direct goal of the day surely came at Highfield Road. Steve Ogrizovic with a mighty clearance for Coventry, bypassing the entire Crystal Palace defence. David Speedy chased it enthusiastically with 6 minutes left. Coventry short of goals, but they've now completed the double over Palace. Both wins by 1-0.
Norwich are rapidly losing their reputation as the division's canniest away side. Mind you, there's not much you can do about that sort of thing. Mark Falco with a real beauty. Norwich hit back in the second half, and until very late on, it looked as though Dale Gordon's poaching might get them a point. But some slack defending, a momentary lapse of concentration, whatever, the sort of thing that causes managers to have sleepless nights. Colin Clark on as a sub, charging through, shrugging off a bone shaker of a collision with Gunn to give Rangers the points. 1 defeat now in 9 games under Don Howe.
Free kick to Chelsea. Graham Roberts with most to say for himself in the Chelsea side, masterminding the whole thing, and now taking this free kick, looking towards Kerry Dixon. Dixon getting the header in, and Lee is in there. So Big David Lee gives Chelsea the lead. Nielsen. Worthington. Still they keep this pressure on Chelsea. This time it's Carr on the far side. The cross is not a particularly good one. And Nielsen gets it away. His clearance wasn't very good either. It's Carr with a chance to improve on it. Oh my goodness, a terrific shot. Now did Besson get a touch on that one? It was a fantastic shot by Franz Carr. It's gone for the corner. So Besson must have flung himself to get that touch. Just a fingertip, as you can see, and then off the post. Sheridan. Atkinson. Even when Atkinson comes deep, Johnson faithfully follows him. Oh, but there's some space now for Hurst. Another good save. Hurst again. And it's just gone wide. How close can you get?
Dave Besson got a touch on that one as well. Fantastic double save from Besson.
Kevin Wilson. Roberts. Wilson played in again. Madden first to show there for Sheffield Wednesday. Big Carlton Palmer. Once of West Bromwich Albion. And this time Carr's got away. The flag had stayed down. The cross came in. Atkinson almost on the end of it. Some great defending by Roberts. Roberts really showing all his experience there. It was a lovely cross in by Franz Carr, and as Atkinson went for it, and it's in there! Atkinson. And Wednesday a level. Atkinson again. Atkinson's in behind him, a fine save. First, has it charged down. Besson's great work continuing. Shadliff. First after this one, he might shake the wall off first. That was another glorious opportunity after he'd done such a lot of hard and good work, and it really hasn't been his day.